So the AMD Ryzen 7 9800X3D is here. We are going to be doing a PC build slash upgrade on my main computer right here. So here we go. So obviously the CPU is the 9800X3D. This is the fastest gaming CPU on the market right now. There's not even a competition. Intel is already dead, and this basically has buried it twice. So alright, so what do we have here? We're gonna be using the WD Black SN850. This is one of my favorite NVMe drive right here, especially for gaming and all that. Very fast. This is also 1 terabyte that we have here. I also have the Team Group T4's Vulkan DDR5 6000 megahertz CL30. This is a 32 gigabytes. It's two 16 gigabyte sticks dual channel right here. This is one of the highest rated for the 32 gigabytes, 6000 megahertz out there currently right now. So this is really good, especially for the price on this one. And I think it's currently on sale right now, especially that Black Friday is coming up. And then moving on, we have the Cryonaut Extreme right here, because we want to make sure this is properly cooled and it's gonna be sticking properly. We have a proper thermal paste rather for our AIO cooler. I will be using my current NZXT Z73 if I'm not mistaken, but it's the 360 millimeter radiator, or AIO cooler rather. Alright, and finally we are going to be using the Asus ROG Strix B650E-F gaming Wi-Fi. I opted for the B650 this time. I always had the X470, X570. I was thinking actually of X870, but I thought I don't really need it right now because this build is basically solely for gaming and nothing else. I'm gonna have a separate on-RAID server builds for another video where all the ports that I need, and especially RAM, a hard drive, SSD, that's gonna go to the server, the on-RAID server, for a separate video. For this one, this is solely gonna be a gaming computer only. I will turn this on to play games and review games and all that. And as far as work and business, I'm gonna be using my Mac Mini. I always use Mac OS for work related. Anyways, so B650. Why did I not get the 800 series? Well, I was kind of hoping for the 850, but it hasn't come out yet. Only the 870, and I don't need to spend that much for an 870 if I'm not gonna be using all the features. Alright, so which one do we open? Let's open the motherboard first. Here we go. So we have the Asus ROG Strix B650 right here. We have the... oh, it's a Wi-Fi antenna for the wireless connection right here. It's the antenna. Wi-Fi antenna. Kind of weird. It looks like the freaking what you put on top of the car and all that. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using this one, but it's good to have. At least you have an option if you have a problem with Ethernet cabling and all that. But let's take the motherboard off. I'm most likely going to be putting it on top of this one because I don't want to short circuit and all that. Let's put it aside first before you open that. What do we have at the bottom? Okay, so we have a ROG Strix, or just a ROG, yeah, Asus ROG. Is this a keychain or something? Yeah, it says Republic of Gamers. We have the ROG and then the Asus logo right here. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a keychain. Let's open it up. Here we go. Almost like a fancy keychain with like a really gamer type keychain. I'm not sure if I'm going to be using it, but it's, it's appreciated. They give some accessories and all that. Another thing, we have the Republic of Gamers cardboard right here. Get ready, rock the world, blah blah blah, all that stuff, marketing stuff. Then we have the Asus button cell coin battery notice, the warning hazard notice, a specification update notification for AMD processors. Yeah, it's basically telling AMD 5 sockets of Ryzen 7000, 8000 series, but actually we're on the 9000 now. Before I forget, yeah, we most likely need to flash BIOS update this motherboard because this is the 650, and especially 9800 just came out. We need a BIOS update for it to run properly, basically. And then motherboard technical update. Here is like previously, currently, how they change and all that, yada yada. Okay, all that. Now we have the ROG Strix B650E-F gaming Wi-Fi user guide, motherboard, all that stuff. We are going to be reading this along the way. I don't want to bore you to death with all these ones. Just want to take a look at it and then we start building. Now what do we have here? We have two tiny square, probably like a rubber feet or something, but anyways, that's that. Another one more rubber feet. I don't know why this is different from this. They had to separate it too, but it does say here, stick this pad onto existing M2 pad. Oh, okay, so I guess for the M2 pad right here. And what about this one then? LDPE4 collision deplastic. Does it not? Says nothing. Anyways, and we have another tiny screw, locking screw right here. This is probably for the M.2 as well. Zip ties. We have lots of zip ties right here. Zip ties. That's good. Hopefully we don't need much. And then we have two SATA cables right here. So I like that. We have two at least. Although I'm not sure if we are going to be using this, especially I'm just going to be using NVMe solely for gaming. That's it. Any data is going to be stored on the Unraid server. But much appreciated. We have two long ass SATA cable right here. One is just all straight point to point, end to end. This one is one straight and one L shape. All right, then we have the M.2 thermal pad right here. We got one, so that's pretty good. That's much appreciated. And it feels cold here. Although they didn't really cut it properly. they could have used a cutter. It's like some guy just used scissors to cut this. Anyways, I digress. Let's this back right here and open this bad boy up. This motherboard. Yeah, while we're doing that, this motherboard basically has lots of back panel I/O port. One USB 3.2 Gen, 3 USB 3.2 Gen 2, 4 USB 3.2 Gen 1. 4 USB 2.0, 1 HDMI, 1 DisplayPort, 1 Wi-Fi 6E module, so that's good. Wi-Fi is 6E, but I'm not sure I'm going to be using that. But what I like about this one, it has Intel 2.5 gigabyte Ethernet port. Yeah, I like 2.5. I'm so past 1 gigabyte now. And we have 5 audio jacks, although I'm not going to be using this. I have an external DAC. 1 BIOS flashback button. That is really appreciated, especially that's going to be handy. Especially, we don't have a current CPU at the moment because I am too lazy. We are going to go straight to the 9800 XT. Alright, so time for removing this, taking this bad boy out. Here we go. Looks really nice, actually. I haven't had Asus for the longest time, probably way back in college. So this is a like really fresh perspective again for me. I've always had like probably 3 generations of MSI. I had 1 gigabyte and then MSI. I liked it so far. Actually, one of the reasons why I had to do this build, and the 9800X3D build, other than review my current motherboard for my Unraid server, which is the MSI X570, died on me. It's been faulty already, so I thought time for an upgrade. Why not do the 9800X3D? Okay, so let's peel these off. Ooh, that felt good. Another one. Ooh, okay, pretty good. What do we want to do first? We need to do a flash BIOS update, rather. The good thing about Asus, they look premium. Although the Asus tax, kind of like the Apple tax, I'm not sure if it's that worth it, to be honest with you. It's just that, I want to try Asus this time, especially for like reviews and like this one and stuff. But I've never had problems, well, not until recently, but I've never had problems with MSI, their Tomahawk, and Gigabyte's also good. I haven't had ASRock. I gotta stop talking. Okay, so we are gonna be powering this up, by the way, with my current Corsair HX1200 power supply right here. I just took it out from the old computer, or the current computer that is slowly dying. So we are gonna be using this one. Oh, I don't need to take this off. We need to power test this and do a flash BIOS update. Oh, okay, almost forgot. Because this is games, we are going to be using the Nitro Plus, the Sapphire Nitro Plus 6900 XT SE, a special edition, right here. This is still good, in my opinion. Don't ask why I didn't get the 4090. I have this handy for my macOS and all that before, but we're going to be using that. Okay, so let's test it out first if this powers on and at least it posts. Before anything else, before we put this in the case, I'm going to show you the PC chassis or case later on. Here we go. So let's plug this in. One more. So we're going to plug this here. Always don't forget this CPU power right here for the SoC and stuff. And this is the main port for the power for the entire motherboard, but this one's for the CPU. So we need to do this. 4 and 4. Okay. And the main board right here. Oh my god, I already destroyed this motherboard before starting. Okay, I gotta get the power cable. Power cable right here is only for testing and the flash BIOS. Oh, before I forget, another peel off time. Ooh, nice. All right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to do the flash BIOS. I already downloaded the latest BIOS update from ASUS's website. So basically what we need to do, hopefully you guys can see from the overhead camera, this is the back port, by the way. We have the display port, HDMI, USB ports right here, another USB ports, 10 gigabytes. You see one of this port right here, it says BIOS. So you're gonna put this flash drive for the flash BIOS update right here. Okay, and we gotta turn this power supply on. Basically, we're gonna press this for like 3 to 5 seconds. There's gonna be a light right here that should start blinking when it's starting. I'm gonna put it down. I don't want to be electrocuted. So we're gonna do this. Here we go. Hopefully it works. Now it's blinking right here. You may not be able to see it from this angle, but it is now blinking. So we are gonna be waiting. And with the power of video editing, we're gonna teleport. All right, so we're done with the flash BIOS update. So we are gonna be putting the NVMe and the RAM right here before we're gonna put the CPU and all that. Let's do the NVMe first, because we're going to be covering it with the heatsink right there. Let's remove this heatsink right here. Gen 5 M.2. Does this have pad already? Yes, it does have a thermal pad. So that one was extra, which is good. We have a spare. Take this off right here. By the way, the WD Black SN850 is one of the best NVMe, at least from my experience. I don't know about the Samsung 990 Pro. I had the 980 Pro, but I thought this was faster than the 980 Pro. Anyways, let's put this here. And if I remember, or if I recall, oh, I gotta open this motherboard, which is a bummer. The locking mechanism is inside that. It was inside here. Right here. Got this. I don't know if I need these two, but let's just take it out before, just in case. Oh, I like it with this plastic mechanism to lock it as well. I guess just go straight up. Oh, I almost forgot. We do have to remove this plastic right here. I didn't need that after all. We could put the RAM, but since my AIO cooler, I need to put these brackets right here. I need to remove these two and put the AIO cooler. So I want to do that first before we put the RAM and all that. So I'll be right back. Okay, so I've put the brackets for the NZXT AIO cooler. The good thing about this motherboard, I don't need this back plate from NZXT. Apparently this already comes with a back plate right here, and it's in steel, so that's pretty handy and that's much appreciated. So let's open this main event right here, the 9800X 3D. Okay, this off. This looks really nice. By the way, what I've noticed, especially with AM5, they've changed, instead of the CPU having the pins, it's now back to the kind of like the Intel, where the pins is inside the motherboard. So do not make a mistake, or that's end for your motherboard. And I hope my ADD doesn't mess this up. This looks really gorgeous, by the way. 9800X 3D. You see that? It doesn't have the pins here on the CPU anymore like the older generations. It's on the motherboard. So make sure we don't mess this up. I mean, how much can you mess this up? I'm pretty sure it's this way. I mean, it did align. Where's the user manual when you need them? Just to make sure. Okay, I'm pretty sure it's that way. Close this up. Can you even put it like this? Nah, it wouldn't fit. Yeah, you cannot mess this up. It doesn't. There is an arrow right here on this corner, and it's to this side. I think so. Oh yeah, there are even these like curve right here and all that. So yeah, you cannot mess this up. It's only one way, and it's this way. Ooh. Okay. That's good. We're good. We're in business. By the way, what I noticed from the thing, this box, from the Ryzen box, is a lot slimmer than the older or the other CPU Ryzen boxes that I have. Now let's open the RAM sticks. So what we're going to be doing, since we are aiming for dual channel, we have 2 sticks right here. We're going to be putting them on the 2nd and the 4th DIMM slots. Don't ask me why, but yeah, normally you want it on the 2nd and the 4th. There was a reason for it. I forgot what it is. It's been like more than 10 years. But this RAM doesn't want to come out, actually. Here we go. We have the T-Force sticker right here. I don't need that. I didn't go for the RGB motherboard, RGB RAM and all that this time. I just want everything to be like black. I will be using my LED strips from my old chassis or case. But other than that, yeah, I just want it to be like sleek, black, clean looking. PC. It's all about what's inside and the performance, right? But I don't know why this won't fit. Needs a little bit of push. There you go, fully locked. And let's put the other one. We're gonna be installing some games here, especially the Dota 2, because on my Ryzen 5950X, Dota goes to like 220 FPS, and then whenever like you're moving the mouse or like, you know, there's fights, it just drops down to like 120 FPS or even like less than 100, which is kind of annoying, especially it's not even using the full power of the GPU and all that. Dota 2, for some reason, it's still old, it's still CPU bound, it's not even multi-threaded type. Okay, here we go. Two RAM slots in. We got the CPU inside, we got the NVMe inside, and the cooler brackets right here. So what's left is the GPU and the AIO cooler, and then the power supply. All right, so time to take the PC chassis or the case. I'm gonna put this in, I'm gonna show you the case, and then we're gonna install right away with the Windows, so go to the main event to test this CPU out. I don't wanna bore you with other stuff. All right, so this is the case that we're gonna be putting our 9800X 3D build. This is the Fractal North XL. I got the XL version. I just wanted to make sure I have extra room, especially for the radiator and these big VRM and heat sinks of this motherboard right here. So let's put this in. I like this one actually, because look at the front grill. It is walnut. It blends into my walnut desk and all that. And this is very, like, everything has like mesh grill on the top, glass on the side, and at the back. I'll show you later, but let's just put this in so we can go ahead and install and review the actual CPU. Here we go. One thing I noticed though, the screws for this glass right here, it's not like the NZXT where it stays on. It just like falls off, which is kind of like, it's a minor downside to it. Okay, we're moving these two right here. Let's take this off. Okay, so I'll remove this gel bag right here. Okay, it looks like we have enough room. I just try to make sure. Basically what I'm worried about, and everyone is, even PC part picker gave me a warning. I don't know. Hold on. This is a bit loose right here. That's not good. Anyways, don't mess this up. I think we have enough clearance for the top radiator. Then we have 3 Fractal fans at the front. We're gonna be putting one, my Noctua fan right here for exhaust, and everything comes here. Pretty clean actually. We have extra room, but hopefully I want to put the radiator on top again, just like before. So let's see. Okay, that's properly aligned. Let me get this. Let me try to measure this before I screw everything up, and I'll be right back. All right, so it looks like the radiator and the fans are going to fit in properly here. There's enough clearance for the radiator and the fans here on the top of the motherboard, so we are going to proceed. This is the one. So we're just gonna do it like this for now. I think we're mostly good already, because this case is really awesome. It's not tight at all. So we're just gonna continue putting all the screws on the motherboard. Okay, and that's it. So time to put in the radiator. I'm gonna be installing the PSU or the power supply, and then I'll see you on Windows 11. Yes, right now it's all the way to the right because it's at 1080p, but at least you'll see after. Let me try to see if I can get it bigger. Not sure if I can get the size a lot bigger. All right, here we go. So currently the FPS is around 540. Yeah, averaging around 500, which is really good. On my 5950X before, it was only hovering around 300. Yeah, 300 to 400 FPS. But, you know, it just doesn't change the fact that I suck at this game. No matter how many FPS I get, I just suck at this game. Let me get one kill and then we'll change to 4K. Oh my god. So bad at this game. Oh my god. There you go. One more. Alright, let's change to 4K. Set it to 4K. And you know what? I'm going to set it to full screen windowed, so it's going to apply the desktop refresh rate and all. So at 4K, we are averaging around 300, which is not bad. It's still pretty good. But yeah, there's definitely a massive hit up, probably because of the GPU. Oh my god. I need to get one kill and then we'll move on to the next game. Okay. Yes! There you go. Alright, let's move on to the next game. So, just to show you, I think it's medium. Let's set this first to 1080p. Where's 1080p? I can't read. Here. Alright, let's just start with bots.
Okay.
I think we can use a rivet tuner here. Yep, but I don't know why it's in the middle, but that's beside the point.
Gotta be careful with the girl who rides the pan. 40. We were there crazy.
Okay, so
Let's go.
we are hovering around 270, but that's because it's capped.
Relax, Morty.
Dota is capped, so we're gonna make it, let's say, 500, so you guys can see. Yep, there we go.
Yeah.
It's at 400, 500. Let me see if we can make this like 700, so we're really not limited by the game. Okay, so it's averaging at 400 right now with the OBS running. Let's see if we can go to 4K. Use my monitor's current. So with my monitor's current, it's, oh wow, it's still averaging around 400. That's probably because, and the GPU is, oh well, it's at 90%. It's almost, yeah, it's not, yeah, we're not bottlenecked here, but it's definitely not using at 100%. Let's try to put shadows higher. No. Okay, that definitely lowered it. So from 400 to 260. So the shadow played a lot for the GPU. It's really taxing for the GPU. Let's put this all the way to basic. Might look bad though. Yep, no. Put it back. Put it at best. And then remove this. Put it at medium. We should be good.
Oh, Starlight. Look. Quickly now.
Why is it at, oh wait, we are at 4K though. Yep, put this to 80%. I think it was at around 80. I want to get like a little bit of quality, but at the same time not bottlenecking or like making sure there's no bottleneck around, especially with the GPU side.
Good plan.
We're trying to eliminate the GPU issue. Maybe 70.
This will hurt. Hey. The hunt.
Oh, that didn't make any difference, did it? Put it 100.
Yes.
Well, 100 definitely took a toll. So around 80 is good.
Stalking. What do you see?
And this is in 4K already.
Try. Missing middle.
I mean, I could go even higher, but there's really no point, is it? Is there? Mind you, this is 4K. And on my 5950X CPU, it was fluctuating from 220 FPS all the way down to 60, which is really annoying, especially during fights. So that was really bad. So this one does not fluctuate anymore. At least it's staying around 200 FPS, which is really, really good. Alright, let's try, I think Cyberpunk is done already, so we're gonna try that. Alright, you know what? Let's try Fortnite first and see how this goes, because this one is definitely CPU bound, and we won't have any problems with GPUs, so at least my OBS can encode it properly, hopefully. Okay, that audio is so loud. I don't know how to play Fortnite, just so you know, so I don't even know where to get to the settings. Oh, here we go, at least, yeah. VSync is off. 4K right now with the full screen. Yep, it is capped. You want unlimited. Regex 12. Show FPS, yes, we want. Even though we already have this one right here, just in case, just to Make sure. Lower the main to about 60%. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna be building an Unraid server, a separate Unraid server, and I'm gonna put the OBS, the end capture card, so we can capture all these games properly without any performance hit. All right, I guess we're stuck at windowed full screen at 4K, so we're just gonna play with 4K at 4K here. Maybe set quality to low to see how much the CPU can handle without, you know, having the GPU V problem. All your presets. Okay. Oh, right here. Okay, now it's starting. Let me see if I can get the river tuner a lot bigger for my camera at the back, so you guys can see the full quality of it instead of the what's being captured by OBS. Hopefully that works. Why are we capped? I think we're capped still. We're at 60 FPS. Yep, we are capped. We don't want to be capped. Okay, so we are at 165 FPS. Mind you, this is 4K at low. I think we should keep everything at 4K now just to test. Because I'm pretty sure, you know, 1080p is going to be a lot more FPS than 4K. I really don't know how this works, but I'll try my best. My mouse is so high right now. I can't. Mouse sensitivity is so high. Oh, that's okay. I just. Okay, now I know how it works. We have a menu on the lower right side. Why do I all have shotguns? 3 shotguns. What does she jump weird? Okay, I want this one. Ah, I see. Behind? Oh my god, I couldn't even see. I'm such a noob. Let's try one more game and we should be good. Alright. More games. Alright, let's try The Witcher. Let's set this to... Alright, still 1080p. I mean, no, still 4K right here. But we're not going to put any ray tracing so to not have issues with the GPU. So we can get the CPU really working. I do want... You know what? Why not? Set it to Ultra. Just no ray tracing. I think this should be good, hopefully. Okay, so we are averaging at 57. The frame rate average, don't mind that. It's basically getting the average of the maximum and the minimum. So it's not really, I guess it's not that accurate. I should take that out. The first one should be what we want right here. This is the real-time FPS that we will be experiencing. So at Ultra, 4K Ultra, it can get to 60 FPS. Not bad. Let's get it to, I guess, medium. Are we capped? Oh my god, I think we're capped again. Where is that capping thing? It says VSync is off. No, it looks like it's capped. Yeah. Oh. Wait. It went to 61? Okay, let's see if it's low. Yeah, no, definitely capped. I'm not going past 60. Why though? Maybe we set this to full screen mode. Set it to 144 instead, let's see. There you go. Okay, so this is kind of, I guess, an old bug where if you set it to unlimited, it gets capped at 60 FPS, which is stupid. You can set it back to your borderless window. Doesn't really matter. Yep, so now we are at 103 FPS, 104, but at low settings. So let's set it back to high. Yep, still good enough. 4K, high. How about Ultra? It's when we start the ray tracing that's where it goes down to the drain. Yeah, 85 FPS, not bad. Alright, let's try another game. Alright, so this one is really graphics intensive, so be prepared to have low FPS. Doesn't matter what the CPU is. I'll try my best to get this as not that bad, but not really have the GPU a problem. What just happened? Okay, that just got weird. Now I can't see anything. Alright, we gotta set it to full screen. Yeah, we're stuck at full screen. Okay, set it to 1080p. Okay, that is so big, that Reba tuner. Let me just bring this up. Alright, so we're at 1080p right now. 1080p, high, 150 FPS. Couldn't complain. But it's 1080p, not 4K. Load a game. Go to the city or somewhere.
We also learned something through my own efforts. In the south of Japan, there is a street market.
Right here. Okay, cute.
Around the main street. Use near it. It is easy.
Let's get to 1440p. Okay, 120 FPS, not bad. But this is low though. Oh, it's medium. Set it to high, 1440p high is 90 FPS, 86. Okay, this is still more than playable. It's when we turn on the ray tracing that everything turns to shit. Okay, ray tracing on, reflections, shadows, no, it's medium. Path tracing, apply. Wow, 21. Okay, no, way too low. No path tracing. At least this one is playable. No path tracing for AMD Radeon. 53 FPS, 1440p, 46. It went down to 46, 48. All right. So and there you have it, folks. It's pretty good. Really, the AMD of the 9800X 3D is just killing it everywhere, except for multitasking, video editing, rendering, and stuff. It's not that great, actually. I tried to run Cinebench benchmark to see what the scores are, but it's really not that good, so I just stopped it. Anyways, most of the big YouTubers are already showing most of the in-depth results on those. But as far as my experience with the build, I'm really happy about it, especially in Dota 2, Counter-Strike 2, or Fortnite. I don't play Fortnite, but Dota 2 on my 5950X CPU, the FPS fluctuates from 220 FPS all the way down to 90, sometimes 60 FPS, so it gets really annoying, especially when there's lots of illusions and all that. Counter-Strike 2 is on the 9800X3D. It was hovering around 500 FPS on 1080p. But if I play 4K, it's around 300 to 400. It's not bad. My monitor is at 240 Hertz. So that's really good. As for the AAA games, it's not that bad. Actually, it's over 100 FPS, considering you only really need 60 FPS minimum for playing Cyberpunk or The Witcher and all that. I mean, who actually needs 240 frames per second on Cyberpunk? You're there for the graphics. That's more GPU intensive than CPU. So as far as experience, this is really good. I think if you can get it at the MSRP, really good investment. But I think right now it's around $700 or something, because it's always sold out. But that's it for now. Don't forget to smash the like button, and if you haven't yet, consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you in the next video.